Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Toya's Life and I'm Toya. I come here, you guys, to be very transparent with you guys. Today, it's a lot of stuff that I've been through on my journey, on this journey of being homeless that I want to share with you guys. And some stuff is spiritual, and no, everything is spiritual. Everything we go through is spiritual, not some stuff. Everything. And I just want to share how I've been treated, how some people has treated me, family and friends. And I just want to be transparent. You know, this is my channel, and so everything I go through, God told me to, talk about it. This video had to come out. I asked God, debating with him, should I do it? And he said, yeah, this video had to come out because certain behaviors and certain things people treated you along the way should have never happened. And they only treat you this way because, their secrets don't get out. They feel like, it will never get out. And so he told me, you must do it, and let people know that you are aware of, their foolishness. And like I said, everything is spiritual. Everything. This whole journey is spiritual. This walk that I'm going on now, everything is spiritual. I had a heart attack 2 years ago. And so I'm vlogging my life. God gave me a second chance to live. And so in this half, I want to make him proud. And I just want to vlog my life because he's about to bless me like no other. So I'm showing how, you can go through the struggle and get out of it with God. Nothing is permanent. And a lot of people act like I'm going to be in this situation forever. Like God has never got me out in this situation before. He has gotten me out plenty of times. And this time around, it really hits me hard because, the other times I was out of my mind. I was high, But this time around, I'm sober. And I'm seeing it with a clear mind and conscience. And it ain't right. It ain't right. So I'm going to take you guys back. Oh, yeah. By the way, we don't have a car no more. A working car. We still have the vehicle, but it's stopped. And so we just have a car. It doesn't turn on. Like the engine is completely, I think the engine is gone. It's shot. And so we're on foot now. What makes it really hard. I thought it was hard before. No, being on foot is really hard when you're homeless. So I'm going to take it back, you guys, from the last time I spoke to you guys. I think I was saying, I was letting you guys know how, from a year ago, we was homeless till now. And I was letting you guys know it's due to, the way they're doing housing now. Everything is through computer. They want you to have 3 times the amount. It's not like back in the day. Back in the day, I would have had a place. I had plenty of places. They, since COVID, they raised the bar. And they're doing everything through computer. Even the computer is judging your credit score. It's not humans. So it's a lot difficult than back in the day. And then they want you to have A1 credit, you know. So a person like me that has never focused on credit before and never built credit before, when I got out here, everything is about credit and how score. So my score was low. You know, I'm just now getting it to a point where um, it's doing okay because I downloaded an app where I'm paying the app every month to, you know, monitor my credit. And so it's boosting my credit score, which is doing good now. But yeah, I didn't know about credit, you know, before COVID hit. And, you know, when it was back in the day, you didn't have to have all these credentials and things like that. You know, all you had to have was you show you have income. And if you can show that on paper, that's all you had to have. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a totally different ball game. And I wasn't prepared for it. I'm going to just be honest. I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't know how hard it was, you know, you know, out there, you know, before I became homeless. So, you know, it's neither here or there. But this is a journey that God wanted me to go on. Everything is spiritual. So I had to endure this. Um, you know, like I said, the other times I was homeless, I was high, you know, and I wasn't tripping. You know, I wasn't paying attention to people personalities and people wicked ways. This time I'm sober. I'm paying attention to everything. And God had to show me again, you know, how people really feel when you don't have nothing. When you don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out, and people feel like you can't get that, oh, they treat you different. They treat you real different. Especially family and friends, so-called family and friends. And now I'm looking at it as a whole, because God is telling me this is spiritual. You can't look at it as, you know, this is a spiritual thing you're going through. And this time you're sober, you're looking at it from a spiritual point of view, and you're looking at it clear-minded. So people can't say, oh no, you know, I was having a bad day or anything like that. You're taking it for face value of what it is, you know. And the gift of discernment, what God has anointed me with, discernment and how to read people and how to read actions and stuff, He couldn't have gave me a greater gift going through this, because I just know what I know. You know, people can play it off and try their hardest, but, you know, when you know what you know, and it's no doubt about it, and when God is putting it on your heart, that's what it is. That's what it is. So let me take y'all back. When I was in the room and I was telling y'all, let me take y'all back. That's when I had a room, and we had the car. And so when I did that video, we had the room paid up for a couple of days. And always when it's time to get paid, because we do have income, it always fall on a weekend, which makes our payments delayed because when it's on a weekend, it's no one to send it to the bank. So we have to wait no matter what. And so, that's why, a couple of people I asked to borrow money from, I always ask and step out on my family, to help me out in between payments because I'm out here and it's real. And you know what I'm saying? It's cold. So we were in the room and we were just running out of money. So I called, it was around December. It was around Christmas. So I called this one friend I thought was a friend. And she was like, yeah, y'all come down. Mind you, I knew this girl for about 23 years. Our kids is around the same age, okay? And she always been cool, but she always been wishy-washy. I already knew that. So she been telling me to come down for since I've been homeless. Come down, come down, come down. And I was like, well, let me see. And every time she tell me to come down, God made a way. God made a way where we didn't have to come down. Now, she's in the Bay Area in Oakland. So every time she, requested me to come down with me and my family, it's not a problem. Come down. I want you to come down with the kids. Y'all can come down as long as you want. Get out of the rooms. Da-da-da-da-da. Right? I did. Every time she told me to come down, I was like, I don't know. I prayed on it and God made a way. This time, I had to come down. We're broke. We couldn't afford a room. And nothing was coming in until next week. So I had to. So I made the phone call. Yeah, come down. Oh my God, you and your girl come down. I love y'all. Have all just blew it, on a come down. It's the holidays. I want y'all here. Ooh. So we gets down here, and for the most part, everything seemed to be looking good, up. So we gets down there. We gets greeted in. The first day in, everything is fine. Okay? This is a couple of days, a week before Christmas, the holidays. Everything is fine, I'm in there, we're settling in. I wasn't planning to stay no month. We were just planning to stay for a week, and then after that week, maybe a little, a week after the first, maybe, and that was it. We wasn't planning to stay for a month or two because I already knew. I already knew. So we were settling in and everything was fine. Now, mind you, she has kids too, as well. She has kids my age, and then she had my kids' age, and then she has kids younger than my kids. So we all in together. We all mingling and stuff. Okay. Everything is fine. Everything was fine. Everything was going good. I was, getting up every day, cooking. Now, how I cook for everybody. I don't cook just for myself, right? When I cook, I make sure kids eat and adults. Okay, this is how I always been. You can ask anybody. I beat the kids. I just believe in that. That's how I was raised, and that's how I raise my kids. I that's what I do. So, I guess, in her household, everybody is of age, so they can prepare the meals themselves. But I was cooking, a big meal, so I made everybody something to eat. So she, I guess, couldn't have spicy food. So everything I cooked, she said I put too much seasoning in it. Everything. I don't care what it was. Everything was too much seasoning. But the kids loved it. We ate it. The kids ate it. You know what I'm saying? But for her, it was just too salty. So she used to make stuff just for her and would go in the room. Didn't ask if the kids ate, nothing. Just, it was all about her in that room. She would prepare a meal for her and then go straight in the room. But I made sure, and if the kids didn't want my food, I would help them make whatever they ate. You know what I'm saying? But this particular time I made breakfast, and I made, for everybody. So, yeah, that I found that to be weird, not cooking for the kids. And, these are school-age kids. I'm talking 11, 8. Even though they can warm up stuff, it's always good to have a good meal, right? So it was cold. So I cooked chili beans, rice, and cornbread, one time. And I got up and cooked breakfast. Now, mind you, I see that she needed help, okay? Because she was depressed. And I see that she needed help. So me and my wife took it upon ourselves to help her with the bathroom. That's the least we could do. We in your house. We didn't give you nothing for rent. But we are contributing to the house, meaning that you smoke cigarettes, I smoke cigarettes. When I have cigarettes, you got cigarettes, because she was broke. We all was doing bad, but I had a little change to get something. So when I had cigarettes, I gave her cigarettes. When we ran out of food, juice and stuff, I had a little stamps. I went to the store, stocked up on juice, stocked up on meat, stocked up on breakfast stuff, and, things of that nature, And when I got in there, I was like, well, where's the kid? What do they drink? Because I didn't see no juice or anything. And she said, oh, they drink Crystal Light. She had a big old tub of Crystal Light and no waters. And I'm like, oh, kids like juice, my kids are older and they still like juice. I love juice. Excuse me, y'all. I got a cold. So, I went and bought a thing of juice. See, I always been like this. You can ask anybody that know me. I will have 2 baskets. Back in the day, when they used to give me stamps when my kids were younger, I used to fill 2 baskets up with groceries, and it would never be a dry day. You always have food with me. I always kept my pantry stocked. I always kept like juices, and it was never, we had some days when, I ain't gonna say never, but for the most part, we had stuff, I would run out from time to time, but, we had stuff. So I bought juice and, all the things the kids like. So the kids, even though I don't care, everything I bought was eaten, and I was glad it was eaten, because I didn't want it to go to waste. The juice was being drunk. like it's supposed to. The stuff, the eggs, the bacon, and all that stuff was being ate by my kids and her kids. So, it was being ate up. So, I wasn't tripping. I was happy the kids was eating. But, it became a problem when her child was coming down for the holidays from college, okay? And when she came down, that's when the whole dynamic changed. It's like she switched up. Her personality, it switched. She was being cool, everything was cool until her daughter came down. She wanted to put on this persona. I don't know. But she came down and we thought we was going to have a ball. All of us was going to mingle and, kick it. And I have a child, my youngest child is the same age as her child that came down from college. Or she like 1 year older. But anyway, they all smoke. Okay. My child, he smokes weed. I smoke weed. Okay. It's not a big secret. Okay. And her oldest kids smoke weed. So, they were in the room smoking one day, and the fire alarm went off, and she went crazy. Oh, no smoking in the house no more. I don't want this. I don't want that. Y'all can't smoke, and directing it towards me and my wife. And I'm like, we haven't been smoking in no room. When we smoke, she had a patio. We go outside, or sometimes I sit. She said, y'all can sit on the couch and blow the wind out. And that's what we'll do because it was cold. It was be freezing. So we was like, okay. And I told my son, I was like, don't smoke. You can't smoke with them and if they want to smoke in their room, that's their mama. They got to deal with it. But you're mine, and she don't want no smoking. She's not going to be looking to me to blame me about you when y'all all doing it in her house. I said, so you just stop smoking with them. If they say they want to smoke in the room, because that was their point. They wanted to still smoke in the room because it was too cold. And my son was like, no, I'm not going to be part of it because the blame is going to put on me and my family. And I'm not. And I told him, yeah. So you just step outside. That was the first strike. The second strike is when we first came in, she said, y'all don't be no strangers. I don't like y'all acting funny. She said, I have a key. Y'all can come get the key anytime. Just knock on my door if y'all want to step out, because how you get into our house is the way the apartment set up is you need she had like it wasn't a key. It was like an electric thing that like a fob, you could get in each door. So you had to have one to get in the door. So she was like, y'all can, use it anytime you want to. And, just as long as you bring it back. So this particular day, it was the next day. And I think, me and my wife had to go make a run. And so I took the key. I did not go all the way in her room. The way her room was is I knocked on her door. I slid the door, saw she was asleep, and took the key. The key is right by the door. So you don't have to open the door all the way. You can just open it, crack it, and just get it. It's right by the door. I said, we be back. Okay. Everybody was asleep at that time. So I'm thinking, okay, we'll go make a run. We can't get in, everybody sleeps, so we'll go make a run and come back. We make a run and come back. We was not gone no longer than an hour. Soon as I got in, she was so mad that we took the key. She said she had something to do. Da 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 da. I said, "Oh, I didn't know you had nothing to do. I wouldn't have took the key if I knew you had. I'm not like that. I don't do stuff out of spite. I don't just take people keys knowing they have something to do. That's not me. I ain't never been me, you know." And she was like, "You took my key without letting me know. You should have woke me up." And da 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 da. But mind you, she said 2 days prior, we didn't have to wake her up. We could just take the key. This is what I'm talking about when you in other people's house. Mind you, she stayed with us. She stayed with us at one point. And never made her feel, uncomfortable. Never treated her and her kids no type of way. Matter of fact, she left on her own and didn't say nothing. Never kicked her out. She just one day got up, packed her stuff, and left. Didn't say nothing to nobody. So, that's how she left. You know what I'm saying? And that was weird because we never said, "Oh, you had to go." That's not my stilo. If I say you could come, stay. And anyway, I was leaving that unit anyway. So I said, "Yeah, you could come stay, but we have to be out next month. But yeah, you can come stay if you don't have nowhere to go." So she came up and she stayed with me for about 30 days. And I didn't put her out. So getting back to her house. So you took the key. She go, without telling me, and I had stuff to do. I said, I didn't know that. I said, you was telling me that you wasn't doing nothing. So we was just, I was doing something. And then I said, well, I didn't know, I said, why didn't nobody call me? We did. We called you. I said, oh, my phone must have been dead. My bad. Okay, like that wasn't enough, right? So she said all that, and then she gonna say, this is the killer, right? And yeah, you left your son here. Mind you, I left my boys there. My autistic son, who she know and been knowing for years. Matter of fact, when she stayed with me, he was still with me. And my youngest son, who is 18, that always take care of his brother. So you left your son. Your son ran out of the bathroom and showed his private parts to my girls. What? Yeah, he ran out of the bathroom and my girls never seen a grown man's private parts. You talking about Kobe? My autistic son? Who you know for years and you know that he is disabled and sometimes he don't know no better? Is that who you talking about? Yeah, my girls ain't never seen no grown man's private parts and he ran. I said, oh, really? I said, okay. I wanted to go right then and there. But God was like, just bite your tongue because you don't have nowhere to go right now. I said, okay, I'll talk to him. Kobe is autistic, you guys. He's 23. He doesn't even think on a sexual, sex and stuff don't even come to his mind. He is so innocent and pure. She knows that. She's been knowing me for years. Kobe's been in, and if he's been doing that for years. He wanted his towel. He was if he did come out the back, he was asking his brother where his stuff was. He wasn't running out just to show your girls his privates. Are you crazy? And see, that's what I mean by people will show out when they feel like you have nobody but them. I'm like, the same Kobe who you live with me, and he probably did that 1,000 times and you didn't say shit. That Kobe, when you stayed with me and seen him naked 1,000 times, really? I just chalked it up to the game. I said, oh yeah, never again. Never again. I said, oh no. I said, thank you, God. Because I've been talking to this girl for years, and I should have just ended it, cut it off. I should have been. I was introduced to her by my sister. My sister, my stepsister. And she don't even fool with her no more. So I should have been stopped. But, I'm not, and she did some stuff in the past too, and I forgave her. So this just took the cake, and so I was like, okay. So I pulled myself. I said, what happened? She said, she lying. She is lying. Kobe ain't never stepped out of that bathroom. He called me in there. She is lying. Mom. He never stepped out no bathroom. And he said her girls was in the room. Okay? In the room. Nobody was in the hallway. And he said, furthermore, we told her he was taking a shower, and she said, okay. But then when he was trying to find his stuff, she didn't say, oh, Kobe, let me help you. I said, oh, no, she ain't going to do that. He said, she lying. I said, okay. So I just jot that in my memory. Okay. So after that, I'm like, oh, hell no. We leaving. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? So she goes, I go to where I say, hey, the holidays is about to come up. I'm going to my mom's. She said her son and his girlfriend is coming down. Yeah, that's what I said, how they gonna fit if we all in here? Because we were taking up, some room. So if I was to stay, how was we all gonna fit? This is before she knew I was going to my mom. Oh, you're right. I don't know how we gonna do this. Huh? Well, if you go to your mom's, then that'll free up some space in that. I said, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to my mom's. That was always the plan anyway. Even if I was to come back to her house after, that was always the plan. I was going to go spend the holidays at my mom's with my grandbaby and all them. So that was always the plan. But it was crazy to me that she didn't know that was the plan. And she didn't know what to do. It was like the day before, I'm like, so where they going to sleep if we here? Oh, yeah. I didn't figure that out yet. Because I told her, I said, I don't know if I'm going to. At that point, I didn't know I was going to my mom, but I didn't let her know that. So she thought we was going to be there. So how all we was going to fit? So she going to say, yeah, they going to be down here till after New Year's. I said, oh, so what you saying is just get your stuff and take it after you invited us down. Okay, I got it. So it was like the 24th, you know, the way payments are set up with Social Security, you get it early, you get it on the 24th. And she had to go get her son and his girlfriend like at 6 in the morning, and she made us leave at 6 in the morning. She didn't even say, well, wait till your money come. Wait till your money come at 10. Our money was coming at 10. We couldn't even wait there till 10. We had to pack up and leave. And basically she was telling me they're going to stay till after the 1st, so don't even come back, basically. So that happened. I was like, yeah, people is so fake. They are. They fake. Real fake. But like I said, God wanted me to go through that. Because let me tell you this. I am a child of God. I'm anointed. I've been homeless a couple of times. He always get me out. But this time he really wanted me to see with a sober mind how people think. And how they really feel. And it had to cut me deep for me to get it. He had to show me that they can get real wicked. Real wicked. You know, and that was the part I didn't know. You know. So that morning on the 24th, we packed up all our stuff because we were planning to come back after Christmas for at least, you know, until like the 5th or something. But she was basically making me be known that her son and his girlfriend was going to stay till after New Year's. And so, you know, that space is going to be occupied. And she didn't say, well, after they leave, you can come back. She didn't say that. So it was just like, I always knew she was a trick, but I didn't know it could get that deep. See, people, even though you could be doing bad and worse than them, they'll still be jealous of you. They still be jealous because your spirit. We wasn't moping around. We wasn't a Debbie Downer around our house saying, oh, woe is me, we homeless. We was actually the opposite. We turned up with her, you know, kids. We was in good spirits. And she wasn't a part of that. She stayed mainly in her room. And so we was turning up. We was happy. And she was depressed. And like I said, you know, we cleaned her house because first of all, we were staying there, and that's something you just do if you're staying with somebody. You just do that. You have to, you know, clean up where you at. That's just a must. But it wasn't appreciated. It was you stay here for the little bit you got to do it. And it was perceived like that. You know. That's what you should be doing. And we didn't have to scrub toilets and scrub bathrooms. We could have left it like it is, but we're not spiteful and hateful. We knew her girl was coming down, and we knew it was other kids in the house that it wasn't fair to them. So we helped. You know, that's just the way we are.